Okay, so now I'm going to actually talk to you about how to insert a YouTube video into your WordPress account. This is why I specifically like WordPress, and I know the other websites do this as well, but I think that this one does a really nice job of displaying YouTube videos within a blog or within your website. So here I've simply gone back to my teacher page. This is the one that I actually use for the students. And I created a new page, which I think I'm going to keep here because I think this is important. And I just named it resource page. And then this works very similar to Microsoft Word. Here you have all your toolbar where you can manipulate your text, make it larger, bold, italicized, etc. So what I'm going to do, and I've already actually inserted one screencast within WordPress. I did it two different ways. I did it through a URL, which would take you directly to YouTube. And I also did it where I inserted it as a video so that it pops up on the screen when the students get there, or when your readers get to your specific page. So I want to show you what that actually looks like. I'm going to go to this page. I'm going to say go view page. I've already updated it. And this is what it now looks like. So you can see that I have, oops, and I forgot to put screencast. I think I fixed it, but I forgot to update it. This link will actually take you to the YouTube site. So I'm going to go there real quick so you can see that.
Okay.
But we don't want to listen to my voice again. So that takes you to the page. I'm going to update this quickly so that it actually works. I'm going to view the page again. Alright, so there I had taken you to YouTube to actually see it, and now here you can see that I've actually embedded the YouTube video into my page, which is kind of nice because then students don't have to follow your links and then click back to get back to your website. They simply can just watch the video right on your website, and they can even full screen it like that. I'm going to exit full screen. So I'm going to show you how to actually do that, how to get that video embedded into your web page. And again, hopefully for this school year, YouTube will be accessible and that students will actually be able to see this when they come to your website. That would be amazing. Whether or not it happens is a whole different story. But of course, you know, let's say you did upload something to YouTube and you wanted that for your students, they could always go home. You know, let's say you give a lesson on how to create something on WordPress. I guarantee you 8 out of your 10 students will not be paying attention because when they have devices in front of them, they do not pay attention to your directions. It's just something that I learned last year. I had to go over things several times with them if I was helping them to create something online. When it came to following directions, I either had to have it written out for them, or I would have to create something similar to a screencast that they could follow on their own time. So this is really nice because then you could give your lesson, and then for those students who don't follow you or maybe go home and forget, they can always go back to your website and check that out again, because like I said, when they have a device in front of them, I think that it's very hard for them to pay attention to the teacher. So, you know, and oftentimes I want them to actually be looking at their device as well as listening to me because I want them to be following along. It's just kind of a learning curve. You just have to figure out what your students, you know, how they're going to become accustomed to you teaching with a device in front of them. Okay, that was a little digression. Sorry. So now let's go ahead. I'm in the editing mode of my page, and I want to actually, I think I entitled my last screencast, The Bones of Your Blog. Okay, so I'm going to make that kind of my caption there. I'll bold that. Oops. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create the URL. So I'm going to go to Add Media. And here I'm going to put in add media file from the URL. So if I'm looking at, this is the screencast that I actually want to insert into my page. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that, Control V, into the URL, and I'm going to put a title, The Bones of Your Blog. And I might even include, some more information as to what that consists of. So I'm going to insert that into post. And now you can see that this is highlighted purple. Depending on your appearance, it'll highlight different colors and underline in different ways. So now I have an actual link to YouTube. Now what I want to do is I actually want to insert the video so that the students don't have to link to YouTube. They can just watch it from my website. So I'm going to click on Add Video. And these little icons, you can see if you scroll over them, they pop up with what it actually does. And you cannot add from your computer unless you have the upgraded version of WordPress, which you must pay money for, which of course as teachers we don't want to pay money for stuff. So we'll just use the free version, which allows you to add videos through URL, YouTube, Google, Dailymotion, and Vimeo. Those are the 4 things that you can add video from, and you probably could add video from other places, I would imagine. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm going to actually just go ahead and Control V, and I'm going to insert into post. And in order to kind of see if that worked, it'll give you this this lingo and brackets here, the address, and that is the path that will take, that it embeds it into your website. So I'm going to update that, and you will see now we can view our page and see if that worked. So there's my first WordPress site. Oh, and we did not get our second one to upload, so let's see what happened there. Okay, so what actually happened is I believe that the URL I was using was the URL from my site directly because I'm logged into my channel. So I think you have to be logged out of your channel or get to your video outside of your channel. So actually if I were to go back to my page, so I'm going to view my page again. This is a good learning moment right here. Okay, so I went back to the channel, or I went back to my website actually, and I allowed my URL to take me outside of my channel. So right now, as you can see, I'm on YouTube, and I'm not logged in. I'm logged in, but I'm not on my channel, if you will. So this is the actual, this gives you a little bit more in your URL. So I'm going to Control C that, and then hopefully I'm going to go back to my website, and I'm going to press Edit. So I changed this link so that it would take me outside of my channel, if that makes sense. Because when I'm logged in, it gives me a different URL than as someone who's viewing it outside. So I'm going to go back to my Add Video. And I'm going to go from URL again because it's not uploaded on my computer, and I'm going to Control V, paste that into there, and I'm going to now insert that into post, and we're going to see if that works. So you can see that these addresses are very similar, so it should work, whereas before it kind of truncated it, and I think that's because I was in my channel. Like I said, good learning moment. So we update. Wait for the circle to stop moving. Okay. And now we're going to view my page and see if that worked. Fingers crossed, and it did. So that is how you insert a YouTube video into your post. And real quick, I want to just take you to my other pages where you can see that. So if you were looking here at Unit 1, I've inserted certain clips from YouTube that students might be able to watch. I've actually, even in Unit 4, I've uploaded an entire documentary that I found on YouTube. There are 6 parts actually, so this is kind of a neat way to show a documentary that someone has already broken up for you. And because it's on YouTube, it's free to the public, so so that's kind of nice. And again, I don't have to buy the movie that kind of goes along with that unit. It's there, and it's kind of nice too because then it breaks it up, and maybe maybe you show one part one day, another part the next day. So, if you were to go to this website, you could kind of peruse it and see what YouTube videos I have found. I just find so much on YouTube, more so than on TeacherTube or anything else, so that really works out well. So that is the end of how to put a YouTube video into your WordPress account, and hopefully that is useful to you as we are able to use YouTube in these up and coming years.